Friends, greetings. It's the weekend. Let's talk about Sofi, and then we'll go right into SoundHound. These are two stocks that more than likely are not going to stop grabbing high numbers here going into 2025, especially Sofi because it's already shown its colors and what it's going to do here. It's pretty much you're attaching yourself to a rocket, and it's going to keep going here. So let's go right into Sofi, talk about what's going on. Okay. I don't think it's any secret. Anybody living on planet Earth, they pretty much know that Trump has won the election. So what does this mean for Sofi? Well, it means a lot of good things. This is what Sofi was planning on. The CEO of Sofi came out months ago. He said, hey, we're going to do better, and we're betting on a Trump, he didn't say Trump, but he said Republican-led nation here, essentially. So that is going to help Sofi as well, with where things are going to go here, with where Trump is directing finances and institutions, all that kind of stuff. With that too, Sofi, big key moments. Before the quarterlies came out, we had that $2 billion deal. We had the credit card situation come out, and then quarterlies came out. Once you know it, the quarterlies were the biggest they've ever had, the biggest quarterlies ever reported for Sofi. Sofi has done nothing but continue to rise here. This is why people have been saying since $8, we're going to go to $10, we're going to go to $11, we're going to go to $12, we're going to go to $15, we're going to go to $20. Well, we're at $13 now. It's not going to take much more to get to $15. So there could be a real situation evolving right now where Sofi just doesn't really stop. Okay, we could easily see Sofi grab these new numbers where now it's at 13, it'll sell back off to 11, high 11. Okay, and then people may think, well, maybe it'll sell off a little more. Well, it won't. Then it'll go back to 12, 50 and sit there for a moment. Then it'll go into the middle ground 13s. Then we're playing around 12 middle, $13 range. Next, we're going into a 14, 15. This is what Sofi has been showing here. Okay, it's building these shelves and it's not stopping. So this Sofi's got everything it needs to continue to go up. We don't need any more evidence. There's no more, what ifs. Sofi's going to $20. Sofi's going to $20. It's going to $30. Probably by the summer of 2025, Sofi could be at a $45 stock to a $50 stock. Especially we're already going to be probably at that point, we'll have one more quarterly to end this year, which will come out, I think, in January, February. And then we will have two more quarterlies from 2025 by the summer. So if those quarterlies are face melting as well, Sofi is going to continue to rise here in some very high digits. There's no doubt about it. It's got everything it needs. Not to mention, we could get an economy back up and going here. With that too, it's a whole new situation. So I do want to say this, rate cuts. Everything Jerome Powell has set up to this point, it's pretty much been thrown into a dumpster and set on fire. Here is what I mean by that statement, okay? Obviously, Trump is in power now. Jerome Powell and Trump are not doing well right now in their relationship, if you haven't noticed. So, more than likely, what could happen here in January when Trump is inaugurated, Jerome will be forced to step down, or there will be some kind of private conversation happening between him and Trump, and they will work things out, or he will simply just be fired. So all this could change. Now, this does not mean devastation for rate cuts, and it does not mean devastation for Sofi. We've had one rate cut so far that gave a little bitty rate cut here just this week. But this could change things significantly of where they're going. There's about to be a lot of change in the market. There's about to be a whole lot of things just taking place that we really did not really expect coming, but but they're good things. So with that being said, listen, Sofi going into 2025 needs to be a main focus of yours. This is something you should be putting $20 a week into, because there's no limit right now to where Sofi where it's going to go. I say that because Sofi is growing not only in their revenue, but it's also in their consumers. Okay, they are growing massively right now. They are becoming so popular, it is crazy. Okay. But that right there is bleeding into the quarterlies, obviously. So think about it this way, okay? Think about if you get into Sofi. Let's just say you get into Sofi under $50 right now. Let's go 5 years into the future here, okay? Let's say Sofi is at $150 a share, okay? That we're tossing some crazy numbers out there. I get it, okay? And let's say it's sitting at $150 in 5 years, okay? By that time, we're gonna be in a different economy. By that time, younger people that are attracted to SoFi right now, guess what they're going to be doing? They're going to be buying cars. They're going to be taking loans. They're going to be trying to buy houses. They're going to continue to need money. Okay? So what does this mean? This means a lot more money coming in for SoFi. Okay? This is how banks turn into huge corporations. Okay? So SoFi very well could be into the future a very dominant key player into the financial system here, where we may see in SoFi right now. Why is SoFi so unique to banks right now? Because it has a lot of new innovation with it as well. And this is why you hear the argument where people go like, SoFi is kind of like an AI stock too. I'm not saying it is. I'm just saying that there's always that person, there's that argument. And I get what they're saying because of their technology and what they do as a bank. I get that. But bottom line is, yes, they are a bank. But with that, SoFi is growing so fast right now. They are the fastest growing bank right now. For under $20, and we know it's going more than $20, why would you not start putting your money into this? All the evidence is there. Quarterlies, the deals, what's coming here, the rate cuts. SoFi wants the rate cuts. It likes the rate cuts, okay? This is another reason why it shut up this week. Just because Jerome Powell could be fired or go away, the rate cuts are still going to happen. They've got to do rate cuts. They've got to do something here, okay? Those are coming regardless. But it could change up the flow of how they're delivered and, time and all that stuff. So we're going to see what happens with that situation. So friends, key bullet points here, okay? SoFi should be a main top contender in your portfolio here going in 25. There's no doubt about that. If there was a stock to put your money in going into the new year, it's definitely SoFi. It's got all the evidence that it's going to run hard here. It's going to do just fine. So don't look at SoFi and go like, you think it's going to go any higher? It's going. It's showing sign. Every quarterly is bigger than the last quarterly. Their growth is bigger than the last signs of growth, okay? We're going into a new financial system here. Focus on SoFi. Focus on it. All right, let's talk about SoundHound. SoundHound is my dark horse of 2025. It is a stock that I have been preaching about this year, telling people, hey, you really should look over here because there's something special happening. So I want to make this kind of a short, just simple, to the point video. It's the weekend. I know people don't want to sit here and listen to me yap all night. We started talking about started talking about SoundHound here when it was a $350, $450 stock. We're playing around that ballpark. Okay, stock went to a $5 mark. I said, hey, I would pay attention. Went to $5.50, went to $6. I said, hey, I would really pay attention. Now it's at $7.20. Okay, now we're at $7.20. Now, quarterlies come out here Tuesday for SoundHound. Now, with these quarterlies, SoundHound, you have to understand, is still not in a place where it's delivering great quarterly after great quarterly. It's still an up and down situation. But what we're focusing on right now is growth in deals being made. And SoundHound is delivering in that. They're becoming very popular. Okay, a lot of analysts are talking more about SoundHound. They have a buy rating, a hold rating. Not that I really go off that stuff, but it's fun to look at, see what everybody's the zeitgeist is with it. Already moving to $7 and some change here, and we have not got to quarterly. So if these quarterlies, like a lot of other AI stocks have done this year, they are surprising and they're like, whoa. If they come out with some really big quarterlies here on Tuesday, this is what is going to drive SoundHound up into a double-digit stock here very fast. Now, I don't think these quarterlies are going to be like face-melting quarterlies. SoundHound's still a very little AI company compared to what we've been talking. This is not a Palantir or anything. So, but SoundHound is very close to NVIDIA. They work together. NVIDIA has bought in a large portion of SoundHound. So, they're very close to each other. So we could still see more of that deal progress going into the future here with both those companies. This quarterly, all I can say is it's going to be looked at very, very intense with investors, okay? Because what investors are looking for going into 2025, they're looking for special particular AI stocks. Not just stocks, but AI stocks. Why? Because we know going into the next realm of the stock market this year, with Trump taking over, with hype, everything that's already showed its cards here, shows a little bit of its face. AI is going to start running again. NVIDIA is going to start their whole cycle over again here with, the Blackwell chip, quarterlies, at least meeting what they've done with quarterlies. So in Palantir, AMD, all these AI stocks are going to just start ruling the roost again, okay? But with that, it's going to make people look for AI stocks, okay? And that's why months ago I was telling people, like, listen, this is one you need to look at. If SoundHound does not meet quarterlies this week, and I can't guarantee that whatsoever, we could see it fall back down to $5, okay? And obviously, I kind of hope it does because I want to buy more of it. I'm gonna be selfish and tell you that the future of SoundHound, I'm very bullish on, okay? Because they're not going anywhere. If the worst case scenario with SoundHound right now is that they get bought up by NVIDIA, what would happen with that? Well, whatever shares you have of SoundHound would just turn into NVIDIA shares. That's how that would work. Friends, this next quarterly that comes out Tuesday is going to be pretty much a mark in the sand of where they're going, what we're seeing here with SoundHound. I don't know that they're going to meet quarterlies, okay? They're expected to, but we'll see what happens. If they just meet quarterlies, I suspect the stock will probably sell back off to like $650 to $550 on a bad day, okay? That's probably what will happen to finish out the year. But going into next year, when we see the stock market run, we get an AI run boom going, SoundHound's going to be right behind there, just a little puppy in the background saying, I'm coming. But SoundHound's going to get bigger here. It's going to grow up. It's going to get more and more status. So do not be naive that SoundHound is not going to get very expensive here very fast. But like I said, if they do have a really nice quarterly here, we're going to keep this 7. We're going to go to an 8 and we're going to go to a 9 very fast, okay? This is how stocks get very expensive very fast. In this market that we're in now, it's not helping the situation with stocks remaining cheap. This is turning into a very expensive stock market right now, okay? The S&P 500 is about to break another record. It could happen this week. It's about to hit 6,000. That's literally what is going on right now. Unbelievable numbers. With that being said, Sofi, it's your golden goose. It's your golden egg. Put what you can in it. SoundHound, watch it. If you have money to burn, money just to take a gamble, it's probably the right move with SoundHound here. But Tuesday's really going to tell us where SoundHound is too. And listen, I'm bullish on SoundHound. Like I have been shoving money into SoundHound here. Okay, so I'm bullish on it. Okay, but they have been a little up and down with quarterlies. Okay, but they are growing. This is a very firm company that has shown its, that's bread and butter and what they're doing, what they're continuing to focus on. And the main thing is that AI is going into a whole new realm here with the next 5 years, okay? So anything that's doing well already in AI is going to continue to grow big time here, okay? So remember that. Friends, I'm going to shut up now. I wish all of you the best of luck. These are 2 stocks you need to watch and pay attention to very heavily here every week. Friends, take care. Bye-bye.